Hello, everybody. My name is Maya Sable. I'm an asynchronous student, and my presentation is on Cassandra Moan, Executive Director of the VRED. So first starting off with the VRED's mission and goals. So right now, Cassandra and her team need to ensure that every need is addressed for each resident and that she promotes a fully supportive environment. So addressing the day-to-day needs such as transportation and medical appointments, as well as certain individual and unique needs that the residents may face. Right now, the facility is also currently in the pre-leasing phase, so there is a major focus on meeting sales goals and reassuring the investment teams of the community's potential for success. There's also the main goal of showcasing the community to local residents and reserving apartment homes before opening. And she's hoping to have at least one-third of the residency reserved before the opening day. On to challenges and achievements. So currently one of the biggest challenges is unfortunately outside of Cassandra and her team's control because it involves construction delays and approval of various phases by LA County. So they have to make sure that the required licensing inspections are completed and that certain regulatory bodies are kept in the loop. And so while these are big challenges, Cassandra noted that the efforts will be worth it in the end. There's another challenge of communicating the vision to residents. So, because there are construction delays, Cassandra has the work of conveying conceptual concepts and components to the residents without actually being able to show them the physical space. So, she said that communication is really key here. So on to her personal management style. So Cassandra is in a unique position because the Vered has yet to open. And so as she just stepped up to being the executive director, her style is currently very exploratory and she's still navigating multiple things. So her team currently is made up of herself and two other people. And so while that's small, it enables good and open communication and close working relationships. But she noted that as her team begins to expand to 15 people and then to 30 people, her style may have to change and she won't be able to be as hands-on as she would like to. And she might have to take the more inspiring and empowering role of her job. So moving on to a day in her life. So her job requires a lot of adaptability and flexibility. So in the morning, she might start off with some administrative tasks like returning emails and returning calls. She also has to prioritize to make sure deadlines are not missed and licensing follow-ups and communications with consultants. She said that meetings are also an important part of her day, whether they are planned or whether they just pop out throughout the day. She needs to be prepared to change up her schedule. She also does have some involvement in the touring of the facility. So while she said that the marketing director handles the majority of the tours, Cassandra likes to step in for the last 10 to 15 minutes in order for her to make introductions and answer any questions that residents and families may have. I also asked Cassandra if she felt that like her work was vocational. So she said yes, she received deep fulfillment from working with the residents, and she really focused on how her work is human-centered. So if the facility is successful and the residents are successful and her staff are successful, that's a reflection of her own success. And she really, really values the genuine care and genuine connection between herself and the residents. So she really wants those deep interpersonal interactions with the people she's around. And she feels like, due to her personal connection and how she feels about the job, that her current position as the executive director is her calling. And then lastly, moving on to her three most significant leadership traits, she noticed communication, accountability, and human connection. So as I said throughout the presentation, communication is really key, and being able to do it effectively and making sure that her team understands what they're doing, and they also need to be held accountable. So she needs to ensure that they're performing their job well, because if they're not, she might need to speak with them about it, or at the same time, address that they're doing a good job. And then lastly, as I said before, when it came to vocation, she really values the human connection, and she really wants to make sure that she promotes that as a leader, keeping her work very person-centered. And that's it. Thank you very much.